We yearn for the ultimate matchup in the thrilling realm of boxing. The greatest competing against the greatest. You wonder why. We all enjoy a good brawl after all. Seeing a collision of giants, when skill, strategy, and pure guts collide in a symphony of sweat and determination, is thrilling. It's like watching a cosmic collision of brilliance when the finest battle the best. As these fighters push themselves to the limit, overcoming obstacles and exceeding expectations, it's an opportunity to see human potential unleashed. It's similar to witnessing two superheroes battle, although without the spandex and capes, of course. And let's be honest, there's a certain excitement to witnessing our favorite fighters overcome the most difficult obstacles. We want to see if they have what it takes to rule supremely and if they can live up to the hype. So, my friends, let's embrace our passion for the best fighting the best. Let's enjoy the breathtaking talent demonstrations, the thrilling knockouts, and the amazing moments that serve as a reminder of why we initially fell in love with this sport. Because we get a taste of boxing at its best. Unpredictable, breathtaking, and incredibly entertaining when the best get together. And for that, who wouldn't want a ringside seat? Because an epic clash is about to take place in the sacred halls of boxing. Canelo Alvarez, the pride of Mexico, and Jermell Charlo, the hungry challenger vying for a spot among the best, are set to square off in a match that perfectly captures everything you want to see in boxing. For Canelo, this is more than just a battle. It's a chance to solidify his reputation as an icon and a representation of the enduring legacy of Mexican boxing. Jermell Charlo, a determined force emerging from the shadows in the opposite corner, is driven to confront the best by his desire for recognition. Charlo is driven to overcome his restrictions and show the world that he is a formidable force by his intense hunger, which is like a roaring fire burning within of him. Boxing fans all throughout the world are moved by this battle of the titans, which represents a rebirth and the return of the greatest competing against one another. It is evidence of the combatants' unwavering commitment to excellence and their refusal to accept anything less. A passion and excitement that permeates the very air we breathe has come with the resurgence of boxing. So let's unite in our wonder and admiration for this fight that perfectly captures the spirit of boxing. A competition that cuts beyond all cultures, backgrounds, and ambitions. It honors the human spirit, resiliency, and the unwavering quest for greatness. Get ready, because Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo will square off in a fight that will go down in history. The scene is set, the fighters are ready, and everyone is waiting anxiously. You'll all probably agree that many of us were unprepared for this struggle. When Canelo joined PBC, we all anticipated the big battle versus Charlo. We didn't anticipate that it would be against Jermell Charlo, the twin brother of Jermell Charlo, who has won 4 world titles and has consistently impressed in every fight. We were all taken aback by this, but it was a good surprise because Canelo Alvarez will undoubtedly find Jermell Charlo to be a challenging opponent on September 30th. In actuality, it will be an undisputed versus undisputed match, a unique and exceptional event in boxing where 2 current kingpins from several weight categories square off to compete for multi-divisional undisputed designation. Naturally, Charlo will be moving up in weight to take on Canelo, so this is in Canelo's favor. However, although it is a difficult task to move up in weight divisions in boxing, it is not insurmountable, as many great boxers have done so in the past, solidifying their status as generational greats. For Charlo, this is a moment of daring greatness. In boxing, weight categories have a purpose. You can anticipate a different kind of dynamic when a boxer chooses to fight against the tide, violate this measure of fairness, and try to fight heavier men because there are no height, skill, strength, or reach divisions in the sport. Amir Khan was the last boxer to advance in weight to take on Canelo Alvarez. In a 12-round fight, the bigger guy only needs one strong strike to demonstrate that, indeed, weight divisions exist for a reason. Speed, as it would seem, favors the lighter man with quick combinations, movement, and reflexes. Of course, Jermell Charlo is an entirely different animal. In order to compete against Sergey Kovalev, Canelo has a history of taking the chance to increase his weight. He went from 160 pounds to 175 pounds in a single fight. Canelo would defeat Kovalev, but he struggled against Dmitry Bivol in another attempt to fight outside of his classification. Fans should respect and applaud these moves because they are amazing displays of bravery and courage. Of course, Jermell Charlo is an entirely different animal. In order to compete against Sergey Kovalev, Canelo has a history of taking the chance to increase his weight. He went from 160 pounds to 175 pounds in a single fight. Canelo would defeat Kovalev, but he struggled against Dmitry Bivol in another attempt to fight outside of his classification. Fans should respect and applaud these moves because they are amazing displays of bravery and courage. Naturally, we shouldn't care if a boxer loses a bout. In boxing, we want to see the best fight the best, and since it's a sport, we shouldn't be overly critical of boxers who lose. If your favorite football team loses one Saturday night, you won't stop following them, so why does it matter if a boxer loses a fantastic bout? In the end, we want to see our sport at its pinnacle, where the great fighters of our generation compete proudly and bravely in spectacular events. Boxing has been blessed with some amazing fights in recent years, so let's support the boxers in both victory and defeat. On fight night, both boxers will be 33 years old, in the height of their physical capabilities, and as powerful and quick as they have ever been. Canelo has had an outstanding past 2 seasons. He faced Billy Joe Saunders at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and ended the match after breaking his opponent's eye socket with multiple crushing strikes. Following this, he faced Caleb Plant, a skilled boxer. The battle was exciting to watch until Canelo connected clean with a strong left hook, signaling the start of the fight's conclusion. After losing to the heavier Bivol, which I'm sure he'll learn from, he faced Golovkin and John Ryder, both of whom he decisively defeated. In the past few years, Charlo and Brian Carlos Castano have engaged in 2 competitive fights, with Charlo emerging victorious via knockout. Prior to fight, he used one of the most technically flawless body shot knockouts I've ever witnessed to defeat Jason Rosario. And my goodness, Rosario takes a jab to the body and goes down. This is a very impressive shot, as anyone with a decent understanding of boxing would tell you.